Yes! Alrighty! What's up, everybody? My peeps. How's it going, you great peeps? And all you Met fans out there? Tonight. Oh, can't wait for tonight. It is I, Peter Joseph, here for video number 2 on your Wednesday evening / Wednesday night. And you know what that means. It's Wednesday night, October the 16th, 2024. Thank you for watching video number 2. This time on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching once again. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants. On this channel, on my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments because you go bye-bye. So long, farewell. It's over the wall. You are out of here. And you will be sent to the shadow realm where Satan will eat your soul. So please don't do that. Be respectful or get the fuck out. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you do get hit with a baseball bat a bunch of times. Until you hit that goddamn bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, after you get severely smacked in the head with a baseball bat, you're gonna be called SOL. Because you are SOL. And you know what that means. And that's pretty much it. If you don't know what it means, look it up. Stupid ass. And we got that. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Hit the bell for more. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media and all that good shit. And if you're brand new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one like this one. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. Like I said, if you like it, great. Stick that thumb straight up everybody else's ass that don't like it. Because if all you people that don't like the video, you can pretty much go fuck yourselves and get out of here. Go on your dead channel with 12 subs. And act like a schmuck over there. Which ain't gonna happen here. And that's all I gotta say about that. We move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got Dynamite coming up in about a half hour from now. So, want to get this video up, hopefully before Dynamite goes on the air, but we'll see what happens with that. Check out my first video of the day over on my Metal Guy channel. I've been putting a lot of content on that channel lately. In case in fact, my newest video on the Metal Guy channel, talking about Jake E. Lee, former Ozzy Osbourne guitarist, got shot multiple times in Vegas early Tuesday morning by some random schmuck in Vegas. Jake was walking his dog at like 2:45, almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and some guy just popped out, just shot him I think 2 or 3 times. But thankfully, Jake was rushed to the hospital. Non-life-threatening injuries. He's fine. He's coherent. He's up and better than ever. He's gonna make a full recovery from what the doctors are saying. So that's good news, because this could have been a lot worse. But Vegas is not the greatest place lately. We all had that horrible shooting about a year or 2 ago. A lot of people died there. And now Jake E. Lee gets shot on the streets of Vegas. So I know people are gonna be going to Vegas for Valentine's Day. They're gonna be going for WrestleMania in April. So when you go there, please be safe and just look around. Be aware of your surroundings, because you never know what might happen, especially late at night. We got that. Because I care for some of you people. That's pretty much it. Moving along, so check that out. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook. And we got that. We got the Mets coming up in about 38 minutes at Citi Field. It is rocking tonight. Darryl Strawberry is going to throw out the first pitch to Doc Gooden. That's going to be great. And I think tomorrow is it Daniel? No, not Daniel Murphy. Who is it tomorrow? Shoot. I know it's Cespedes and somebody on Friday. And then, I forgot who's, I think tomorrow's Edgardo Alfonso and I think John Olerud. So, they're bringing back some of the classic Mets that threw out the first pitches and stuff. We'll see what happens tonight. Severino on the mound for the Mets. Walker Buehler on the mound for the Dodgers. So, whoever wins this game, I think, has the advantage. And for the Mets, if you can take 2 or 3 at home, you got a great advantage. Because now they're gonna, the Dodgers have to win Game 6 and 7 at home with probably not a great starting pitcher. And Yankees halfway there to the World Series. They won last night. Big fucking whoop. Judgy Wudgy hit a home run using his steroids. Big fucking whoop. Indians can't get out of the way of themselves. They're dropping fly balls. They can't pitch. It's just insane. And Yankees, they can't even, they're making some boneheaded base running mistakes. So they're not who they thought they were, But look at they playing. They have the easiest road to the World Series. Mets don't. Beat Philly in 4, which wasn't easy. They had to go 3 full games in the wild card round against the Brewers. Almost lost that series if it wasn't for Pete Alonso. Could have went to Game 5 if it wasn't for wasn't for Lindor hitting that grand salami with extra filthy Philadelphia cheese. And if Senga didn't really, it didn't even matter if Senga or Peterson would have pitched Game 1, the way that they played and they were hitting in Game 1. Yeah, they should have lost Game 1, but Game 2 they look better. Even though the bullpen, Metamucil with Matan on the mound giving up 2 runs after Minaya gave up the leadoff home run. But thankfully, Matan bared down, then Stanek came in, got the first couple guys out, and started Metamucil for him. And then Diaz comes in, shuts the door, strikes out that bitch Freddie Freeman, and the Mets win. Mets win 7-3, I should say. Tied series at 1. Going into tonight, Severino on the mound, black uniforms, which I don't particularly like, but hopefully bring some Met magic tonight, and the Mets can win this game to go up 2-1, so they're halfway there, and hopefully, with I think Quintana's pitching. I think Quintana's pitching Game 4 tomorrow. We'll see what happens with that. Then you worry about who's going to pitch Game 5. And then you got Minaya, Game 6, and possibly Severino in Game 7, if it gets there. If not, then maybe if it ends on Friday, then you got Minaya and Severino, the first 2 games of the World Series. Probably against Garrett Cole and maybe Carlos Rodon in the World Series, which I think if the Mets win, I think the first 2 games are at Citi Field, and then the next 3 games will be in that construction site in the Bronx, but we'll see what happens with that. But we might be getting a Subway Series, ladies and gentlemen. But let's hold our horses here. Let's hold our horses. It's only Wednesday. And that's that. But we'll talk about the Mets later. Along with Dynamite later. But right now, on video number 2 on your Wednesday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, NXT on the CW11 thoughts for last night, October the 15th, 2024. We are back live inside the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. Alright, we're a couple weeks away from Halloween Havoc. We got the wheel out. We're going to see who's going to spin the wheel. make the deal. And we got that. Alright, so as always, our commentary team of the man with a creepy jacket, and it's Halloween time, and he has that candy with him because he scares the kids with it. That's Vic Joseph, and the man that smokes more weed in his bowl than you do, and that's the six-time world champion, two-time Hall of Famer, the Kool-Aid man himself. Oh yeah, man! Oh yeah! Booker T, sucker! Oh yeah! Okay, calm down. Anyway, so we got that. Alright, so we're back in a new look Capitol Wrestling Center, more dark. I like that. More dark, and then less bright. But we got that. So in any case, we got that. Alright, so we have the opening sequence, and we start off with Vic Joseph and Booker T. In the entranceway, we see the spin the wheel, make the deal wheel right there. They hype up the show. Nothing wrong with that. Then we get a recap of last week's show from St. Louis, where Randy Orton beat Javon Evans. Tony D, my cousin, won the North American title, ending the reign of terror from Oba Femi, and a whole lot more. And we got a lot to go. Alright, so speaking of my cousin, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, my cousin, the brand new North American champion, along with Luca Crusafino, the man who lives downstairs from you, the ever so hot Adriana Rizzo, and Channing Stacks. Lorenzo, here he is, my friend. Come here, Guz! Come here, Guz. Get over here. Hey, Paisan. That's my cousin, Tony D'Angelo. He's my real-life cousin. I'm not kidding. I'm not making it up. But Tony D'Angelo, he's here. We had a big feast last night. Drinking some, what we had? Like pasta. We had the gabagool. You know, all that good shit. How much did I get that? How much did I pay? How much did you give me that for? Oh, that's right, $2. You got it for nothing. Well, you weren't there, so you can't get it for anything. But if you were, you get it for $10.50, because you're not a cousin of Tony D. So fuck you, man. Us Italians, we eat, and we eat a lot. But damn, that was good. I'm gonna have some leftovers. Is that okay? Okay. You're my cousin. All right. Yeah. Tony D's gonna get ready for next Halloween Havoc. Well, we'll talk about it in a second. So Tony D and company come out. He's sitting at the table. Got a glass of vino. Celebrates this new title. Toast former champion Oba Femi, longest reigning champion in history. And then Tony's like, I played mind games with you. I used your strength, your greatest strength against you. You know, so Tony's like, well, part of me thinks this is over, but there's that other part that's like, nope. Oba's gonna get his rematch. And then speaking of Oba, he comes out. Wakanda forever. So he comes out and says, we're not done yet. And next time, you guys, the familia, won't be around. So he leaves, goes over to the wheel, and he spins the wheel, and makes the deal. So they're going to have their rematch at Halloween Havoc for the North American title and it lands on tables, ladders, and scares. Oh my! Which basically means anything goes. But we got tables, ladders, we got anything not nailed down to the performance, to the ring, because it's gonna be in Hershey, Pennsylvania. We're gonna probably get like chocolate, probably something with chocolate in it, like a chocolate covered chair or some shit like that. I don't know. I'll make that up. Anyway, so that's that. So Oba versus my cousin Tony D in a TLS match. That's gonna be brutal. I think Tony D will retain, but we'll see. We got that. Alright, then we get the rules. Oh, by the way, I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get the rules for a gentleman's duel match, which is gonna be between Lexus King and Aura Menza. So if anybody breaks these 4 rules, you get disqualified. So you can't strike your opponent when they have or or when they have our points of contact on the ground, which I don't even know what that fucking meant. I think I mean, you can't strike your opponent while he's on the ground, I guess, or you can't stomp him, mud holding him. You can't throw someone over the top rope to the floor. Okay. You get a 3 count on a rope break instead of 5. I got 3! And absolutely for no apparent reason, you cannot fight on the floor. This sucks. Alright, so Orio's like, what's up with that? And what's up with you, Lexus King, wanting this type of match? So Lexus King, Brian Pillman Jr. comes in and says, it's going to be fair, and may the best man win. Orio's not buying any of that. So we'll see what happens in this gentleman's duel. Ridiculously dumb match. We got that. Alright, then we go to our first official match of the night. The NXT TV debut of the beautiful Stephanie Vercora as she takes on my girl, Maddie Wankowski. It was a decent match. I loved how Maddie grabbed her and almost like cat emulation and then started going like all around. Like, she had the move and she's like using her head in the move. I was like, wow. That was very nice. And the crowd was like, holy shit. Told you, you don't sleep on Maddie. Holy crap. But anyway, Stephanie gets out of that. And then Stephanie grabs her leg. Maddie's like, no, no. And Stephanie's like, break your leg. And then she hits the Dragon School legwork out of the corner. Maddie's down. And then a double underhook backbreaker. Finishes up Maddie 1, 2, 3 in under 5 minutes. So, decent win for Stephanie in her debut match. And there you go. And then after the match, Cora Jade and Roxy, the NXT Women's Champion, they come out and start beating down Stephanie 2-on-1. And then her bestie, Julia, looking hot and smoking hot, by the way, she comes out, makes a save, and then Stephanie Vercora gets on the mic and says, you two versus us two at Havoc. So we get that. Ava Raine makes it official later on. So there you go. Stephanie Vercora and Julia teaming up, I believe for the first time, I could be wrong on that, against Cora Jade and Roxy. I think we're going to see Roxy and Cora Jade lose. There's no way, no how that Stephanie and Julia are going to lose this match. And then later on, they're talking to Ava, and then Fatal Influence comes in, JC Jane, Fallon Del Commodore, Don Henley, and my girl, Jasmine Nix. They come in, and then they argue, and then Ava makes a match for next week with any 2 members of Fatal Influence taking on Stephanie Vercora and Julia. So they get a little bit of a warm-up match next week. Before, next week is the go-home show. So we got that. And we move on. Alright. Then we go to the back. We have Trick Willy Shimon, the NXT World Champion, talking to the Women's North American Champion, Kaylani Jordan. They're both ready to find out their next challengers. And then Fatal Influence watches from the shadows. And that's it. So it looks like one of them is going after Kaylani Jordan and her North American title. I think she'll beat whoever that might be. Maybe JC or Fallon. I don't think it's going to be Jasmine, but she's going to win that. I think she's going to lose the belt to either Stephanie Vercora or Delta. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to Carmen Petrovich and her best friend Brinley Reese, the resident cheerleader, next to the hair, of course. They're in the back. Ashanti the Adonis comes in with some roses. He's trying to, he's a resident pimp, trying to get with them and, trying to make amends, I guess, for last week. And then Sean Spears and the resident virgin, Brooks Jensen, doesn't approve of any of that. And they're about to go at it. Robbie E. Robert Stone and one security guard, big dude. They come in, stop this. And then, Jensen like broke apart the flower, was in a bunch of pieces, and then we see Carmen like kind of interested in the torn up flower. And then later on, Ashanti lost to Jensen after Jensen hit the Tower of London. Thanks to Carmen Petrovich's little distraction. So Jensen got the win, and then we see Carmen and Ashanti kind of lock eyes, and seems like Carmen is a little bit smitten with the resident pimp, Ashanti the Adonis. Something to look at. Alright, forget that. Alright, then we go to Lexis King and Ora Menza in a gentleman's duel. Kind of meh. 11-minute match. Ora Menza has a Liger kick. And then Lexis King tries to go up, but gets kicked down again. Sets up a springboard kick to face for a near fall. A running spin wheel kick in the corner, missed. But then Ora Menza reverses the coronation into a small package for a very near fall. Then they trade fruit roll-ups until Lexis bridges back on one of them. 1, 2, 3, Lexis King gets the win. Okay, there you go. So, decent match, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we have Cedric Alexander and the young OG Javon Evans talking in the back. Then Fraxium, the NXT Tag Team Champions, come in. Axiom and Ben Frazier. They come in, talk amongst themselves. Wesley comes in. Doesn't want Javon to think that he matters just because he's in the number 1 contenders match. So Wes is like, just stay out of my way. Then Javon doesn't think much of that. They start arguing. They look like they're about to fight. And then all the other men have to stop it. So we'll see what happens in the main event later on. Alright, after that, we go to the Ebony Hotties who have pissed me off royally. Jakari Miss Jackson if you're nasty. And Last Legend, get done. They want to take out Damage Control, meaning Io and Kyrie, what they did on Monday. What they did Monday, costing Io and Kyrie the women's tag team titles. Had it right there, and then Lash hit Io in the face with a big roaring elbow, and then Bianca finished her off. And that was it. So next week we got this grudge match. So Io and Kyrie return to NXT to face Jakari Jackson and Lash Legend in a women's tag team match. Player. Alright, so we got that. Alright, then we get a video on Thakita Leon. She's back in her first match, back from injury. She takes on Lola Vice. Under 4-minute match. Lola shaking her ass, shaking her tatas and everything, and Nikita does a move and then starts twerking her fat ass, which I don't have no problem with that, but I still want to have a match between Randy Orton's thighs and Nikita Leon's thighs. See who wins that. I want to see that happen. Because I think Nikita Leon's thighs can suck you in like a black hole. Holy shit. And that's that. Alright, so it was a decent match. They go to the outside. Jada Parker comes out and destroys Lola with a sick running hip / running knee. And then throws her into the ring. Nikita hits a Vader bomb. 1, 2, 3. She gets the win. Her first win back since injury. What are you going to do? And I guess we're not going to see the last of Lola Vice and Jada Parker. But I think Jada might have a little bitty problem because Tatum Paxley, who was talking to Byron Saxton because Sarah Sharp was off this week, she's playing with her dolls and everything. Talked a little bit about Wendy Choo Choo and Rosemary, blah, 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 blah. And then Jada Parker and Bronco Nima and the other guy, who's his name? Lucius Price comes in. Jada interrupts her and everything. Tatum got all mad. So it seems like we're going to get a Jada Parker Tatum Paxley match coming up. So we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, then I mentioned Ava making the tag team match between Julia and Stephanie Vacour against Roxy and Corey J for Halloween Havoc. Fatal Influence interrupted. They get a match next week with Stephanie and Julia. We got that. We did see another Delta vignette. She looks mean. And she's coming at Halloween Havoc. Can't wait for that debut. The women's division in NXT is just gonna be fucking epic! We got that. Alright, then we had Ridge Holland trying to finish off the rest of Chase U. Well, and then he's got one guy to go, and that's Riley, don't call me Ozzy Osbourne, with his so-called girlfriend, Thea Hale. She's you! So they're there. Ridge Holland beats him again. After lifting DDT in under 4 minutes, match I didn't give 2 fucks about. And then after the match, Ridge tries to destroy Riley Osbourne again. Thea Hale, where he couldn't do much, screaming and bellyaching. And then out of nowhere, Mr. Chase returns. Andre Chase comes back, clears the ring of Ridge Holland, and Thea Hale's like, Mr. Chase! Yay, Mr. Chase! And then we get a Mr. Chase chant from the student union. So it looks like we're gonna have a match at Halloween Havoc between Mr. Chase and Ridge Holland. And I think Mr. Chase might get his revenge in that match, but we'll see. Alright, so we got the Tatum Paxley, Jada Parker thing I mentioned before. I got that. I mentioned Brooks Jensen beating the crap out of Ashanti Adonis. Then the whole thing with him and Colin Petrovich locking eyes over the rose petals. I still don't get that shit. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we see Delta. I mentioned that. And then we go to Lexus King. He's in the back talking to Catchpoint 3.1. You know, it's like, oh, did you see what happened there? Yeah. And Mr. Regal's son with that garbage-looking caterpillar mustache. Looks so ugly with that thing on. You know, he's like, oh, good job. And then he talks to Matt. He's like, I'm sorry for your loss. Anyway, he goes outside into the parking lot. And I'm like, uh-oh. You don't know what happens in the parking lot. So he goes out to the parking lot. We see Tony D and the family come out. So Lexus kind of like talks to him about something, and then I think it was Luca Crucifino. It's like, don't worry about that guy. We got more better things to worry about. They talk about the Table Thousand Scares match. I think Rizzo's like, what the fuck is that? And then Luca Crucifino has to explain. It's like, basically it's anything goes. And then he asks Tony, says, how about next week I soften Oba up for you? So Tony's like, get it done. So we got that. So Oba is going to be taking on Luca Crucifino next week. So we'll see what happens with that. And that's all I got to say about that. Anything else? Okay. Then we go to your main event of the evening, triple threat match to see who faces Trick Willy at Halloween Havoc. We got Wesley, the former champ Ethan Page, and the young OG Javon Evans. This match was amazing. Javon going completely berserk, hitting a flip dive onto the table, which didn't break, obviously. I am the table! Onto Ethan Page, the fans going nuts, Vic Joseph's going complete berserk. Freaking Booker T's like, oh my god, yeah, man! Oh, man! Going complete berserk. Then he goes up top with Ethan and hits a Spanish fly, even though Ethan landed kind of wrong on it, but still, looked epic. Javon tries to go for his finisher, that spinning, flippy corkscrew thing. Ethan Page stops it, goes for the Eagle's Edge, gets broken up, and then Javon hits a top rope Gilmore Kata! Bang! For another near fall. And then, something like a Tower of London gets broken up. I think it was by Wesley. Evans then hits that spinning corkscrew top rope splash onto Wesley, about to get the win. 1, 2. Then we see Ethan Page with almost like an O'Connor roll. Steals the pin. 1, 2, 3. He is the new number 1 contender. He will face Trick Willy for, I believe, the 3rd time at Halloween Havoc. So it's a rematch from the CW11 debut. So we get that. Great match in itself. Then after the match, Ethan Page gets on the mic, calls out Trick Willy. He says, Trick, get out here so we can spin this wheel. So on cue, Trick Willy comes out. Whoop, that Trick, what? You know, Booker T's going nuts again. So Trick Willy comes out. He says, let's talk about it. So then he's like, spin the wheel, Ethan. So Ethan spins the wheel, which didn't even go around that much. And it lands on... the Devil's Playground, which basically is a hardcore match. No rules and shit like that. So, Trick's like, you think he looks scared, but he's like, I'm not scared, dog. I ain't scared of you, dog. Let's do it. Let's do it. Holds up the belt, and then out of nowhere, Ethan Page drops Trick with a spotlight thing. Knocked him right in the face, knocked him out, grabs the towel, say, I'm gonna show you who the devil is! Something like that. So we got that for Halloween Havoc. A Devil's Playground match for the NXT World title. I think Trick will win that and retain. But we'll see what happens with that. And then also the other spin the wheel match, we got Tony D and Oba, Femi, in a tables, ladders, and scares match. Oh my! And that's it for Halloween Havoc. So pretty much right now we got we got 3 matches on the card. We got the tag team match with Stephanie and Julia, Roxy, and Corey Jade. That's been made. Probably about 2 or 3 more matches will be made for Halloween Havoc. Probably maybe a North American title, women's North American title match will be there. I would think they'll do the tag team titles with Fraxium against I don't know who, but we'll see what happens with that. But Halloween Havoc should be a good show. It comes your way October the 27th, starting I believe at 7 p.m. From Hershey, Pennsylvania, the land of chocolate. So that should be a good pay-per-view. The card looks pretty decent, not bad, but we'll see what happens with all that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. My final rating for NXT from last night, I gave it a solid 7 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comments section. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, Dynamite's about to start in 2 minutes. The Met game is going to start in 10. So, I am out of here. Let's go Mets. Let's beat those fucking Dodgers. Go up 2-1. We'll be halfway to the World Series. For the first time in 9 years. So, hopefully we can win tonight, win tomorrow night, and then Friday, it's party time! Probably for the Mets and the Yankees, because the Yankees will play at 4 or 4:30 on Friday, and that is game 3. Game 3. So we got that. Of course, I played, Game 3 is tomorrow. Game 4 will be Friday afternoon. So that could be the clincher for the Yankees, but we'll see what happens with that. I think that if the Yankees sweep, I think they're gonna regret it, because you know what happens when teams have a lot of days off? Their first game they don't play that great. The Mets knew that, but we'll see what happens with that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We're gonna go watch Dynamite right now. Watch the Mets. And we'll talk about that later on video number 3 on your Triple Threat Wednesday. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, I am out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, go Mets! And fuck you, man. And we're out. Peace!